Hiya folks. A day in May. During lockup. During martial law. Everybody's complying. Good dogs. Dance monkeys. Come on, dance. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Yay, yay. Don't worry, I won't do any more singing. Something interesting happened this week in May. What was it last week? We gave, well, earlier in the year I planted, me not knowing anything about gardening, planted far too many seeds. And during the lock-up, during martial law, I've been tending these plants in the evenings. I've been lucky enough to be working from home, so I've been furloughed. So I've been looking after these plants. It looks like a skitty horse. I'll slow down here. For those of you in cities, I was having a dump. For those of you in cities, when you're in the countryside, always slow down for a horse. Anyway, so I had far too many. I had 100 chard plants, going spare, lettuces, tomatoes, spring onions, chili plants, basil, coriander. So the word got out that we had a few spare plants. And what was interesting was that we put the word out saying that we were giving plants away to new gardeners to encourage people to grow their own. And I would say probably 80-85% of the people that came, observing the correct social distancing, of course, anti-social distancing, were new gardeners. We had some lovely thank yous, obviously done by kiddies who were just trying to grow things for the first time themselves. Whether these people know it or not, they've taken the first step to surviving what's coming. And what's coming is food shortages and stuff. But I thought it was really good because even if only 10% of those people decide that they enjoy gardening, then that's one of the easiest ways you can poke the corporate system fairly and squarely in the eye, because the less money you put into the system, the less it can enslave you. And if you're feeding yourself, for a start, you're not taking any of those chemicals and crap that they put in commercial food We've had 3 feeds off our salad so far. They were ready at the end of last week, and we've been picking, and it's been warm and wet, and it's just gone mad. And you just feel so much better. It's incredible. I'd never, you know, it tastes of something, not like the salad you get in the supermarkets and then bags. It actually tastes of something because it's still growing when you're eating it, which is awesome. And it tastes all different tastes and textures, and you know, I'd never eaten half of it. Then rocket and little gem lettuces and salad beets and chard, and at the moment we're still having to buy cucumbers and tomatoes because it's still very early, but you know, they'll be along soon. And the point I'm trying to make is that even if you've got a windowsill, get yourself some dwarf tomato plants. You can grow a cucumber plant in the corner of your living room. They don't make no mess. You feed them and water them once a week or whatever, and you'll have enough cucumbers to keep you going for a couple of months at least. So, and it's so easy. I've only been doing it 2 years. I can't believe it. I've either got green fingers or I just can't mess it up. I think it's probably the latter. So, and I was fascinated, all the different people. I mean, a couple of people you could tell they weren't being particularly honest, but you'll always get those kind of people. Those are probably the same kind of people who are grassing up their neighbours for going out. But they always get their comeuppance anyway, as I see in the States. Was it States? I saw somewhere where the police had released all the, under freedom of information, all the people's names that had grassed their neighbours up. Well, what do you think is going to happen to them? I mean, it's an absolutely lowest thing. Even if you don't like your neighbour, that's a pretty low thing to grass them up to the police. Forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do. But this is going to drag on and drag on. Then they're going to say, oh, well, we got a vaccine, and you won't be allowed to go out until you've had the vaccine. I'm not sure that's going to work in the UK, because the word's got round about the smart meters. It's getting round about 5G, and the working from home thing is going to get much more bloody pigeons. You know, the word's going to get round about the vaccine, because it isn't a vaccine, it's a death sentence. You've got to get out as much as you can, soak up that sunshine, eat as well as you can, learn what wild plants you can eat and what you can't. More importantly, what you can't, because there's some dodgy stuff out there. So I'm not going to give you any advice on what you can and can't eat. But it's worth knowing, even if it's only to make some wine out of some flowers. There's one thing, another thing I've noticed is that when you go out into nature, when you're doing your 1 hour of exercise. Uh-oh. And you go somewhere in the countryside, you used to have the constant noise of traffic and aircraft and what have you, and it's awesome because there's nothing. The skies are clear of chemtrails. The roads, I mean, this is a main road, so you've seen a lot of lorries on it, and there's a couple of quarries up the road here. But I don't know what it's like in the big cities, but certainly out, you know, in the countryside, you don't hear traffic, and I think in some ways that's awesome. If government wasn't so evil and just wanted to have everybody imprisoned in their own houses and what have you, then we could control travel, we could do more work from home, we could spend more time growing our own, we could all go on holiday, it wouldn't be a problem. There'd be use tally sticks instead of money, you know. Have real carers and real hospitals that weren't all making money, because that is, you know, what it says in the Bible, doesn't it? Money is the root of all evil, and you just, if you could get rid of everything being a corporation, then there wouldn't be such a need for all of this, you know. There definitely wouldn't be a need, well, there isn't a need for the lockdown, because it's turning it into a global prison, and the next thing's going to be the cull. I mean, they've already started. The amount of stories about people being murdered in hospitals and old people's homes, but it's been coming out for a couple of years now, but it's coming out more and more now. Nurses are coming forward about people being basically left to die in hospitals. That's quite scary. Like I said, killing off the old so the new haven't got a benchmark to remember what freedom was. I mean, none of us know real freedom. But if all of this goes the same way, if we all stand up with our heads held high and lose the fear, there's not many of them and there's lots of us, and stand shoulder to shoulder, we don't need to be violence, just stand shoulder to shoulder. I don't mean clapping for the NHS. NHS is a private corporation. I don't mean bowing down and licking the boots of your leaders, because they're all working for corporations. Corporations. Help your neighbours, help your friends. Talk about this stuff. Lose the fear and enjoy life, whatever the circumstances. Remember, life is a sexually transmitted disease. You're going to die of it sooner or later. So you've got to enjoy every day. Okay? I love you all.